I saw someone on Twitter, a woke progressive climate activist, talking about nuclear power. And someone asked, why are woke progressives against nuclear power? I've thought the same thing. I remember in 2003-ish, when the climate change thing started to make news, make waves throughout the political community. And I thought to myself, well, I guess it's not that big of a deal because we have nuclear power and we'll just go with electric cars. This wasn't like a genius insight by me. There were a lot of people thinking this. Like Elon Musk starting an electric car company, to a lot of us didn't sound crazy. It was just like, yeah, well, if climate change is real, build nuclear power plants and, start switching to electric cars. Pretty simple. For some weird reason, the climate activists said the world's ending in 10 years. Let's not use nuclear. Let's instead start working on solar and wind, which is at best 20, 30 years out. Right? So the world's ending in 10 years. Let's take our time and develop these new technologies. It just makes no sense. But anyways, on Twitter, this guy was saying something like, well, I'll tell you why woke progressives, the left, didn't endorse nuclear. And you would think he would go the typical route and say, well, it's dangerous, right? Okay, well, that's sort of an argument. Actually, nuclear power is very safe, but whatever. That's usually the argument. But he was saying, actually, it's because they cost a lot of money. Nuclear power just costs too much money to make and maintain and so on and so forth. And I thought, for the first time in history, a woke progressive or a woke progressive movement is talking about the cost of things. Like, the world's ending, let's worry about money now. In their mind, the world's ending, let's worry about money now. These nuclear power plants, too expensive. World's ending, let's not put our money into that, right? Crazy. First time I've ever seen them concerned about money in the least. They usually are just like, print it up, there's money. Government has money. The government just has money, just, print the money. That's what they typically think. But with nuclear power, which could save the world from climate change, they don't want to do it. Super weird, isn't it? That they would be concerned about printing money to save the planet. Actually, if you're going to print money to spend on something, I think nuclear power would probably be the one thing I would say, yeah, let's print money to build nuclear power plants. You could convince me on that, right? As a hardcore Bitcoin person as I am, and I like the idea of a Bitcoin, like a limited supply of currency or limited supply of anything. I don't like the idea the government can print money. But if you told me I want to print money to build nuclear power plants, regardless of what I think about climate change, I'd say that sounds like a really, really smart idea. If you're going to do that, spend it on stuff like that. What do you guys think?